This is data and graphing for first grade. We have our lesson overview, which includes a mind map, word cloud, primary sources, and a YouTube lesson. Our mind map includes fluency practice, which goes through how to collect data, how to represent that data and put the data in tables, and then surveying, which is another type of data collecting. And then we talk about how to represent that data using bar graphs, line graphs, and tally charts. And then we put what we've learned with data collecting and graphs into real world application problems. In our Wordle, these are some of the vocabulary words that we'll be using. You see graph, table, y-axis, x-axis, scatter plot, chart, etc. Here are our primary sources. Our first one is a worksheet/class activity. I will have 6 zoo animals, and you will put your name tag above the zoo animal that you like best. So here we have a lion, elephant, tiger, zebra, monkey, or panda. In primary source number 2, we will be working with tally charts. So we will have each month of the year, and I will go through each student in the class and put a tally next to his or her birthday month. And then this is another example of a tally sheet or a bar graph. We'll go through each student's eye color and record it on the chart. And here is our YouTube lesson. Okay, now it is time for our lesson, where our objective is to learn how to collect data and represent it using different types of graphs. So for our fluency practice, we are going to practice surveying. I've given you a graph titled Inside or Outside to take home. Along with your graphs, I have given you some red squares that have an item listed on them. The side of the graph has numbers. The side of the graph is also known as the y-axis. In the bottom of the graph, the x-axis has two categories, inside and outside. You are to go around your house and look for the items I have listed on the squares. If the item is outside of your house, put a red square above the outside column. And if the item is inside your house, put a red square above the inside column. Next, we are working with tally charts. I've sent home a reading that you can read aloud or silently by yourself or with a parent and guardian. Additionally, you have a tally chart. Read the paragraph, and every time you see or hear the word the, put a tally in the column. Every time you see or hear the word and, put a tally in the and column. Once you have finished reading, count the number of tallies in each column and write the number next to it, and we will come back to it tomorrow in class. We're going to work on some concept development now. This is a bar graph, which is a graph that uses parallel bars of varying lengths to illustrate comparativeness. So you can see here, this is a bar graph of what kind of pet do you own. And most people own a cat at 11. Next, we're working with tally charts, which is a sheet for checking, counting, or scoring. This one goes through how do we get to school. As you can see, there are 4 categories: walk, bike, car, and bus. 7 people walk, 3 people bike, 4 people car, and 12 people ride the bus. A line graph is a diagram of lines made by connected data points, which represent changes in a value. So this person calculated the number of push-ups that they did over a week. On Sunday was 25, Monday was 15, Tuesday 25, and as you can see, they connected each data point with lines, so you can see the range and the trend. Next, we're going through application problems. Mr. Rogalski is buying Jimmy John sandwiches for the entire class. 8 people want a Big John. 4 people want a Vito sandwich. 6 people want a Billy Club, and 3 people want an Ultimate Porker. Represent the data given using a bar graph. And as you can see at the bottom, I have given the bar graph that I have created based on the data. Next, Sarah is making cupcakes for the whole class. She is taking a tally on who wants what kind of frosting. Now this should be this should trigger your mind to realize that we're going to be making a tally chart. She has vanilla frosting, chocolate frosting, and rainbow frosting. 4 people want chocolate, 7 people want vanilla, and 10 people want rainbow. Create a tally chart to represent this data. And our third and final application problem, Mr. Rogalski's class has taken the average temperature of each month of the year. January was 25 degrees, February was 31, March was 36, April was 42, May was 43, June was 66, July was 79, August was 82, September was 41, October was 58, November was 41, and December was 34 degrees. You're going to plot each of those degrees above the number month of the year, and then you're going to connect each data point with a line to show the trend in varying temperatures throughout the year. And that is all for the lesson.